Hey everyone, it's ZLR here, and today I'm going to be doing my Week 5 predictions for the NFL. And this week we have four teams on a bye week, and honestly, those teams don't have to worry about anything, and that's pretty good. But all these other teams, they need to win or they lose, whatever the fuck they want to do. But anyway, predictions last week were actually not too bad. Um, Stayed above 500 at least, so that's pretty good. But other than that, let's just get right into these. And the first game we have here is the Buccaneers and the Falcons. The Buccaneers had a pretty decent game against the Eagles last week where they won 33-16. And for the Falcons, they won in a pretty close game against the Saints, 26-24. So honestly, both of these teams are doing pretty well right now, but I feel like the slight edge could go over to the Buccaneers just because for me they've looked like a better team than the Falcons, but the last few weeks have been kind of weird, so you never know at this point. But I feel like the Buccaneers could get the win there. Um, Nike, eh, next. Next is the Vikings and the Jets, and I'm just gonna have to give it to the Vikings here because they they're 4-0 and they just beat the Packers last week, and Jesus Christ, I do not think the Jets could even have a chance on winning this game. They lost to the Broncos by 1 point last week, 10-9. And the Vikings, they went up against the Packers. They won 31-29. And wow, haven't talked that much in a while. But I mean, Vikings did almost give up the 28-point lead. The only reason why they technically really didn't was because of a extra field goal. But Packers, they did the best thing they could in that game. But Vikings definitely gonna get the win here. Next, we have the Bears and the Panthers. And I'm just going to go out and say the Bears are going to win this game. Panthers didn't really look all that great last week. Um, Let me just look here and see where I had them. They went up against the Bengals, who did actually just get their first win of the season. But I mean, Andy Dalton still looked pretty decent out there. I could say that this could be a very close game, but Bears will indeed win it. Browns versus Commanders, and who boy, oh boy, now a second team with 2 weeks of 40 plus points as the Commanders won, what was it, 42-14 against the Cardinals, and then the week before they won what, where is it, where are you? Oh, 38-33. They almost have 40 points. Sorry about that. Um, but pretty high scoring games for both weeks. And honestly, I just feel like the Commanders probably gonna do it again. The Browns kind of banged up. One of their players actually just got suspended too, so yeah, not looking all too great there, Browns. And Deshaun Watson, play better. Just play better. Next we have the Dolphins and the Patriots, and man, I know that Tua hasn't lost against the Patriots as far as all I know, but he's not gonna be in this game. We're actually gonna have Tyler Huntley start against us. Um, but I feel like the Patriots could actually get the slight edge just because, I mean, the Dolphins haven't really looked all too well the last few weeks anyway. That's coming from seeing Skylar Thompson and Tyler Huntley play. Huntley did do better, but I mean, still, there wasn't really that much points or anything in that game. So I feel like the Patriots could probably get the win here. Um, I know that we really didn't do all that great against the 49ers, where we lost 30-13, but I mean, 49ers, they're leaps and they're like just leaps. I don't even know, man. They're way better than us, so I can't really get mad at that one. But yeah, Patriots winning this one against the Dolphins. The Colts and the Jaguars. Jaguars are winless. Colts do have a win, and that's because of my boy Joey Flacco. And I gotta give it to the Colts here. If Joe Flacco is playing this game, most definitely gonna get the win there. Um, Bills versus Texans. This one was actually the hardest one for me to pick so far. um, Bills, they they look scary the last few weeks, and then all of a sudden they just tanked when the Ravens went up against them. So I want to see how they do against another good team, and the Texans are a very good team. I'm gonna have to go with the Texans here for the win, just because, man, that Texans team be good as fuck. Tank Dell, whoo, ooh, ooh, I love that. Um, Ravens and Bengals. I'm just gonna give this one to the Ravens because Bengals, they have not looked good to start off the year, and the Ravens, I mean, they're starting to look good now after starting 0-2. But yeah, I feel like Ravens definitely gonna get the win here. Raiders and the Broncos. I'm just gonna go Raiders here because Broncos, they haven't really scored that many points other than the Buccaneers game that they had to. But Raiders, they've been doing pretty decent, pretty decent. And I gotta give it to the Raiders on that one. Cardinals and 49ers. I'm gonna give this one to the 49ers. They are just the way better team here. Cardinals have been looking good though, so it's gonna be a pretty good one, I feel like. At least I hope. Seahawks and Giants. Seahawks, I'm just gonna have to give them the win. They've been looking beautiful this year. The Giants, they've been doing the Giants things. And now my cat is playing with something real quick. Let me grab him. Hey, hello. Let me put you up here. But yeah, I feel like the Seahawks definitely gonna get the win there. He's gonna lay down on the bed now. Packers versus Rams. This one gonna be a pretty good game. Jordan Love is, I believe, officially back now. He did start last week against the Vikings, but I feel like if he is officially starting this week, I feel like the Packers would definitely get the win. Um, Computer just tell me I have errors in my drive for some reason. But yeah, Packers definitely I feel like could get the win there. Cowboys versus Steelers. Steelers actually looked pretty decent the first few weeks. They finally lost this past week, but they still looked really good. They only lost by 3. Cowboys, they've been looking kind of weird this year so far, but I feel like the Cowboys would get the win here just because they are still a very good team. And for the last game, we have the Saints and the Chiefs. And I mean, the Chargers held up against the Chiefs. I wouldn't see why the Saints couldn't really either. But I do feel like Derek Carr is gonna be Derek Carr, and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he hasn't looked the best, but now Travis Kelsey looks like he's gonna have to come in and help out that offense a lot more after the Rashi Rice injury that happened. Ugh. But yeah, Chiefs definitely gonna get the win there. And as my recap, I have Buccaneers over Falcons, Vikings over Jets, Bears over Panthers, Commanders over Browns, Patriots over Dolphins, Colts over Jaguars, Texans over Bills, Ravens over Bengals, Raiders over Broncos, 49ers over the Cardinals, Seahawks over the Giants, Packers over the Rams, Cowboys over the Steelers, and the Chiefs over the Saints. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do. And as always, I'll see you all in the next episode. See you around.